Hello and welcome back to the Wolblom Knitting Podcast. My name is Lisa. Hello everyone, welcome back to my first episode of 2023. So I did release two videos earlier in the year, but this is my first podcast episode again. And I want to start off this video by saying welcome to quite a few new people, and I'm so happy you're here joining me. I want to reintroduce myself in a way. So my name is Lisa. I'm a knitter and sewer living in Johannesburg, South Africa with my husband and my pet parrot. And I'm a knitter. I really love working with neutrals, and I would say my favorite base to work with is Naughty Habits merino linen, and then I love sewing as well. A lot of neutrals again, and my favorite fabric to use is definitely linen. It's very comfortable for me to wear, and I really love the feeling of linen. Yeah, I think that was the basic overview of who I am and my knitting and sewing. So I'm gonna jump right into the episode. So the first thing is what I'm wearing. So I'm wearing two completed objects, skirt and top. So the top is the Anchor Summer Blouse by Petite Knit. I use Nurturing Fibers Eco Fusion in the colorway Vanilla. And then the skirt is a bit wrinkled, but it is a pleated skirt in a I think it's a cotton mix. I don't think it's probably a cotton linen mix, but I don't think it's 100% linen, 100% cotton. But yeah, this was a very fun sewing project as well, and I can wear it with a lot of tops. So I think it's a very basic, good basic to have in my wardrobe. And then this blouse, so the Anchor Summer Blouse. So this one, you start at the top and do a circular yoke with some beautiful ribbing detail. And then after the ribbing detail, you do some raglan increases, and then a short sleeve, and then a loose fitting body. So this one is also a very basic but good basic to have in a wardrobe, a plain white t-shirt, and then the cotton and the visco bamboo is very nice to wear. So this yarn is 50% cotton, 50% bamboo. Yeah, that's what I'm wearing. Okay, so next up is my finished objects. So I have another knitting finished object, and it's the Magnetic Force Tank by Peyton Weber. Ooh, okay. Da-da-da. So this is you start at the bottom, knit up, and then you do some increases for the bust, and then you have a beautiful cowl neckline at the front, and then just some basic or plain I-cord straps. I'll put a photo or video of me wearing it up on screen. The yarn I used is 100% bamboo, and the yarn is Vinnie's Color Serena in the color Baby Mink, I think, Baby Mink. And it's such a lovely top to wear, and it's so soft and drapey, so I'm very happy with it. The Serena is a bit notorious for color pooling and not being a solid color, so you might see some edges or some areas being a bit darker than others or lighter, but I do think it's still a beautiful top. I think you can maybe see the striping effect at the back due to the color. But yeah, the cowl is made by short row, so you do a lot of short row shaping in the front to create a lot of fabric in the front to create a cowl neck. And it's a very feminine and very cute top to wear, so I'm very happy with it. Next finished object is a pair of socks. So this pair of socks is the Lucia socks by Sari Nordland. So she hosted a knit-along, it was a mystery knit-along, last year in December, but I think I worked clue 1 and then didn't work again. So I finished it this month. So it is a toe-up sock with some beautiful lace in the front. Let's put my beautiful lace there, and then the back of the leg, some beautiful cables as well. And then it's some twisted rib, and then you do a Italian bind off or a sewn bind off at the cuff. So this is my two socks, one pair of Lucia socks by Sari Nordland. Okay, next finished object is a sewing project. So this is one of the dresses. The skirt I'm wearing is one of the skirts, is the skirt pattern I chose for my summer 2023 sewing projects. And this dress I'm going to show you now is also one of them. It's a big dress, so I'll put a video of me wearing it up on screen. So this fabric is a linen fabric with some beautiful embroidery. Let me show the back. I think you can see the embroidery better. So yeah, it's so this dress does have a V neckline in the front and then a high neck at the back. The front here is flat with some increases at the sleeve, and then the super wide sleeve, which is about 3/4 of length. And then the skirt is gathered at the center front, also in the center back, and then it has ruffles at the bottom. And best of all, it has pockets. So yeah, so this is a very feminine dress, and I'm very happy with it, and it matches my mood bag, so I'm a happy girl. So yeah, those are my finished objects for this month. So I'm going to jump into my works in progress now. First work in progress is still a bit damp. It's my flutter cardigan. Dum, da, da, dum. So I'm doing a section and then blocking it, doing a section, blocking it, to make sure I'm happy with how it looks. So I finished the body. Hold it up like this. Yeah, finish the body, and then one sleeve as well. So here's the sleeve, and I did block it last evening, so it's still a bit damp, but it's fine now to hold it up. And yeah, this is a design by Kate Oates, and I'm using Drop Sky for this one. So this is how it's looking at the moment. I did make the sleeves a bit longer, so it's a bit more comfortable to wear. And I did use a bigger size needle when I knitted the sleeves, because I could see I was knitting a bit, my tension was a bit tighter. So I tore a bit back and then went up a needle size. But I didn't do any decreases for the arms, because I do feel I like having a wider sleeve. If it's a cardigan or something, I'm going to wear over top something. So yeah, so it's a drop shoulder and then it has a V neckline as well. And yeah, I'll put the colorways up on screen, but the one is a pearl grey mix and the other one is the unicorn mix. But I still have a lot of ends to weave in. But the chevron is so pretty, and I was a bit afraid of when I finished the body that it's going to be too small, so I blocked it to see if it's going to be fine, and it feels comfortable and it looks like it's going to be fine. And I do have enough yarn to make the second sleeve as long as this one as well. So yeah, pretty happy with it. Almost done, so I can almost cast on another cardigan. So that's my first whip. Second whip, no surprise here, but it is my Kyler shawl. Dum da da dum. So I think this one, it has almost been on my needles for almost a year. I think I casted it on in the beginning of March. And I'm using John Alban Alpaca Delight for this one. So yeah, it's a slow process, but I do think it's gonna be done this year. Yeah. I probably knitted 2 rows the past month on that one. Yeah, that's my current whips at the moment. So now I'm going to talk about my yarn acquisitions. In the month of January, Arthur Bales, it's a local fabric and yarn store in Johannesburg. They had a sale, and then I got some snuggly heirloom from Sidar there. And this color is 557, and it's a beautiful pinky beige color. And when I saw it, it's the same type of yarn construction like the drop sky I'm using for my flutter cardigan, but when I got home and I pulled out the end of the yarn, I could feel the stretch of this one was definitely more than the drop sky. This one, it has a fiber content 90% wool and 10% nylon, but it's definitely a bit more stretchier, but it has great elasticity. It bounces back very nicely. I was thinking of making the Lucia mittens with this one. I can't remember the designer's name, but I think the Lucia mittens will look very pretty in this one. So yeah. Next, my mother bought me some beautiful earth yarns, and it might be a bit different than my usual color palette, but it's a beautiful green. There's definitely a moss green and then a sage green in this beautiful yarn. So yeah. So my mother got me enough of this one, which is color G40, to make a cardigan. So this is fingering weight, 100% ultra fine merino from Earth Yarns. And then I do think it's pretty with my skirt as well. It looks a bit more moss green on the camera than it's in person. It's definitely, you can definitely see the sage green popping out. But I got enough of this to make a cardigan. I was thinking of making the bandit cardigan from Jacqueline Sislak. I think that's how you pronounce her surname. But that cardigan, it's the body is pretty plain, but the sleeves are wide with some balloon sleeves in a way. And yeah, I think it's going to be cute. It's going to be very feminine, I think, as well. Then last yarn is Knotty Habit. So this one's a bit, it's a very bright color. So the colorway is a Rosetta Stone. So this is Knotty Habit, 2-ply fingering, merino linen. And I was thinking of maybe making the Soul Sisters scarf by Sari Nordland. It's currently in test knitting, so when that pattern is out, I would want to make that pattern with this beautiful color. Because I do think it's, I would wear this color in a small piece like a scarf or a necktie. So yeah, I'm happy with that. And I almost forgot. I have another finished object, and it's my headband. So I had some fabric left over from my dress to make a headband. So it's just a elongated rectangular oval shape, and then I'll tie a knot in the middle, and then I put through a plastic Alice band. And then I have two end caps, end sections here to keep the Alice band in place. And yeah, now I have a top or a knotted headband as well. And it's a very nice pattern, and I'm very happy with it. So yeah, I'm happy with everything I make. Yeah, so that is my yarn acquisitions. So I'm thinking I'm going to jump into my fiber talk. And today I'm going to focus on cellulosic regenerated fibers like bamboo. So you get a couple of natural fibers. You get cellulosic fibers, which is like cotton and linen, and then you get protein fibers, which is like wool and silk. But then you get regenerated cellulosic fibers or regenerated natural fibers, and then regenerated cellulosic, regenerated protein. But today I'm going to focus on regenerated cellulosic fibers. So regenerated cellulosic fibers is fibers that is made from natural occurring polymers, but in the natural form, it's not in fiber form. In the natural form, it's a wood. So yeah, rayon is made from wood pulp, like pulp from a eucalyptus tree or a pine tree. And then bamboo is made from bamboo pulp. So in that category of cellulosic regenerated fibers, you get rayon. Viscose is a type of method to make rayon. And then you get lyocell, and then you get acetate. I'm just going to focus on lyocell and rayon today because acetate is mostly more fabric. So rayon, you get wood pulp from eucalyptus tree or pine trees, and then the wood pulp is aged in some chemicals, and when it's ready, it is extruded into an acid bath, and then the solution coagulates and creates fibers, and there's a couple of more processing steps after that, but that's the process of making rayon. So you make wood pulp and extrude it into a fiber form. So the rayon is made by the viscose method. So you get viscose rayon, or viscose. You can interchange the words or the names. But some of the environmental aspects of the fiber, it is biodegradable, but a lot of chemicals is used during the process, and a lot of trees are cut down as well to make rayon and these types of fibers. But in the case of bamboo, the bamboo isn't cut down. There's a certain part of the plant cut off to make the fiber, but the rest of the plant is left to grow. Then you get lyocell. So lyocell is taking the wood pulp and extruding it directly into the solution. So the whole aging of the wood pulp is left out. So a lot of less chemicals is used, but that process is a bit more expensive. And then you get, under the category of lyocell, you get tencel and you get sea cell. So sea cell is very interesting. It is, the wood pulp is mixed with seaweed pulp. So it's like 10% seaweed, if I can say it like that. But yeah, so, and a lot of people say there is some benefits of having seaweed fiber in the mixture, because there's some nutrients from the seaweed transferred over to your skin. Yeah, it sounds a bit weird, but yeah, so that's actually a very interesting fiber. I now really want to try out some sea cell yarn. And then some of the characteristics of the fiber or yarn is that it's drapey and it has a beautiful luster, so it has like a silky look to it. Then it's, because it's a natural polymer, it is breathable and it isn't irritating to the skin as much, but it does wrinkle easily, and when it's wet it is weaker. And another thing is that it grows. So after I wash this, it can maybe be a certain size, but during the day it can stretch out, getting a bit longer, getting a bit wider as well. So there isn't a lot of strength in this fiber. But yeah, and then in a fabric form, it does wrinkle easily. So you know the beautiful flowy rayon dresses, but when you sit on it for a bit too long, it does get that wrinkle and crink in it. But yeah, so that's rayon or cellulosic regenerated fibers, so rayon lyocell, and you also get acetate. But yeah, that's my fiber talk for today. Now I'm gonna choose my next projects for the month of February. So let's start. So I'm gonna choose 2 summer projects and 1 accessory project for now. I want to finish my flutter cardigan first before I choose another cardigan. So summer garments first. First one up is the Florence tank by Sari Nordland. So the yarn I want to use for this project is Katja, Concept by Katja, Silk Viscose. So this colorway is number 51, and it's a neutral beige color. It's a slightly more brown in person, and then yeah, I'm going to use some mother of pearl buttons as well for this one. So this is the same type of button, but not this big size, but I'm gonna use some mother of pearl buttons as well for this. So this top is, I think, knitted flat and bottom up, and then the straps, and then it's a front button closure, and then the straps are pretty wide, so I think it's going to be a lot comfortable and work appropriate. So I have 4 balls of this color, of this yarn, and I'm pretty happy, pretty excited. So this is 50% silk, 50% viscose. So I do think the drape will be nice for this one, but I do think due to the 50% silk, it's going to be a bit more structured than 100% viscose. So yeah, excited for this one. Okay, next summer project is my Beneath the Waves tee or vest by Johanna Kunin. Hopefully that picked up. So this one is I'm going to wear it as a vest, so over some tops and dresses. And then in this pattern there's 4 variations, so you can knit a crop version, longer version, fitted, or straight, so no shaping option. So I haven't decided yet which one I want to do, but I do think I like the cropped version a bit more. So this yarn is John Arbon Textiles. This is Viola, which is a DK weight merino wool yarn, and it's 100% merino wool. 100% merino wool. The colorway is unpredictable. So it's very neutral from far, but if you get closer you can see some beautiful yellow, purple and pink fiber in there. So yeah, this yarn is a bit thicker and more a warmer type of yarn, so that's why I want to make a vest so I can wear it in the winter as well over some other garments, but in the summer I can wear it over a dress, especially when it's going to start turning autumn or get in springtime again. So yeah, that is my 2 summer projects. Now I'm going to choose an accessory project. First, or the only accessory project I'm going to do this month is a cowl. It's going to be the brioche loop cowl by Tanya Steinbach. So yeah. So this is Knotty Habit light fingering 4-ply yarn. It's 100% merino. This one is called Peach Kisses. And then this one is called Apricot Sweets. and it's a beautiful girly colorway. Very spring-like summer season cowl. So cowl is not really a summer garment, summer accessory, but I do think this is going to be very joyful to wear during the cold seasons. So it's gonna make me happy. So yeah, so a beautiful cowl to make. Then some podcast recommendations for this month is, first one is Stitches and Starlight. I do think she has only been podcasting a couple of months. And then Kuto Wakika, she is a knitwear designer and she has a lot more vlogs, and she videos the whole process of designing or a whole process of knitting a garment. So she's very entertaining to watch as well, and does give a lot of tips and tricks videos. So y'all, so that is my show and tell for today. I hope everyone is having a wonderful February month and enjoying your knits and crocheting and sewing projects. Stay warm in this northern hemisphere, stay cool in the southern hemisphere. So yeah, thank you very much and enjoy your day. Bye bye.